Alright, welcome back to another mountain road ride, gravel ride of the week. And this time we are back in the Blueridge Mountains. So maybe you've seen the video earlier in the year in January when we came down for Gravelocity. That gave me a taste of the Blueridge Mountains in and around Roanoke. But this time around we're here in Buena Vista for the Gravista gravel race. So their little tagline to this one is gravel with a view. And I think with those mountains, the views have already started. It's going to be a challenging one today. I'm signed up for the 60 mile. There's also a 30 mile option. But the big challenge on this one is going to be the elevation gain. So for that 60 mile route, we're going to do well over 8,000 feet of climbing. It's going to hurt by the end of the day, but I'm ready. I think it's going to be a good one. Some big hitters are also showing up for this event. You might have seen my ride with Jeremiah Bishop. He's here. So with him in the mix, it should be a really hard ride. Well, let's get on with it then. Go line up and get started with this Gravista race here in Buena Vista. The race started off with a 2-mile neutral rollout. This was the perfect opportunity to enjoy the sights before the climbing began.
Hey Mom! Doing this bike race today. I get my ass kicked by like pretty much everyone behind me. It's okay. I brought some treats to help me along.
As soon as we hit the first gravel, the race was on, and the first of many massive climbs awaited. We had a youngster fly off the front on an early break, but it didn't take long for the power riders like Jeremiah to roll to the front to set a relentless tempo. I was beginning to feel the effects of the consistent tempo climbing at this point, and decided to give it one last shot to grab hold of a wheel as I lost ground. It wasn't successful. That was the end of my time with the front bunch for this race. If you've ever wondered how long I can ride above threshold, 20 minutes was all I had in the tank. 5 more hours of riding still had to be done. Oi. We finally made it to the top of the first major climb. Don't now ever make the same mistake that I did and think that the downhills will be a great time to relax and recover. Oh no, these gravel roads were loose and chunky, meaning that you had to maintain full focus all the way down the fast descents. This was quickly turning into one of my most challenging gravel races to date. After that first major climb, the route delivered a bunch of smaller but still punchy hill climbs. One of the performances of the day has to go to Chris Lane and the ride that he did aboard his single speed bike. I was absolutely blown away at how strong he was up and over these climbs. That's impressive. Man. Next up was the biggest climb I've ever ridden, and my Strava profile proudly displays this climb as the longest one I've done. It might be needless to say, but this thing absolutely smashed my legs.
Woo! This one is kicking my butt.
That aid station at the top of the climb was like an oasis in a desert. It could not have come at a better time, and I took my sweet time getting restocked. After the aid station, there were more technical and slippery loose downhills, which tested my bike handling skills to the max.
Even the downhills make you work, wow!
What awaited can only be described by one word: brutal. This route made me think of a boxer throwing a combination left, right, left set of punches, since we had to wrap up the day with a 3, 2 and 1 more 3-mile climb. Did I say brutal?
Wow! These climbs are going and going and go.
There it is, the views that we came for. Driven on by the incredible views, I was determined to make it to the finish line. I finally made it up and over the last climb of the day. All that remained was a fast downhill into town. As I rolled back over the Memorial Bridge, I couldn't wait to reach that finish line. The route did, however, hold one last fun challenge, a short section of single track, because why not, just to see if exhausted cyclists can still steer. I was absolutely spent after that ride and probably would have stayed down on the grass for much longer if it wasn't for a bee sting that rapidly got me back on my feet. I'm glad to see I wasn't the only one lying down after this ride. What brought me back to life was the post-ride food, wood oven baked pizza. That's just awesome. Hats off to the pitmaster who did a stellar job in front of the fire all day long. This event was truly well organized, and a massive well done goes out to Cynthia Fraser and her team for all the hard work they put in to make this day a big success. Congratulations to all the category winners. You made climbing up Blueridge Mountains look easy. Alright, that is another mountain road ride, gravel ride of the week done. And you can clearly see by the daylight that it's a little past the event by now. That is because this was a gravel ride of note. This was a tough one, and it took me a couple of hours to just collect myself after this event and shake off some of that tiredness. This was one exceptionally challenging ride. Those beautiful mountains also can be very brutal on a bike, and that is what I experienced today. It was a great event. It was a great time to be out there with the other cyclists, even though it kicked our butts up those steep climbs. With this one, I think I can summarize like this: I brought the right tires, I brought the right gears, but I did not bring the right legs for this event. I was certainly a little tired by the end. But I hope you enjoyed this spin along with me. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and do subscribe to this channel. We'll be back with lots more Gravel Ride of the Week content in the future. I'm Vian. Until next time, enjoy your ride.